Shire disability advocacy group. They're an independent volunteer advocate, proudly auspiced by Castlemaine Community House. Their aim is to remove barriers and promote systemic change that supports equitable social participation for people with a wide range of disabilities in the Shire, their families and their friends. And again, I'll get you to raise your hands and then find out who's keen to speak to this. So, are the candidates aware of the Mount Alexander Disability and Inclusion Action Plan? So raise your hand if you're familiar with that plan. Thank you. And would you fully support all aspects of accessibility in the Shire as outlined in this plan, which includes removing barriers for employment, the built environment, public spaces including footpaths, toilets and transport? Nice to see. Thank you. And now, who would like to speak to this question? Would anyone like to respond? Max, we'll come to you first. Thanks.
Can you hear me? I've got a different approach altogether. And yes, I have worked with the said groups in the past. But what I'm on about is about the preventative disability. And that's something that is broadened the aspect of what is happening. An example is very, very simple. I've got some nice pictures here to hold up. There's a nice, there's a nice picture. The growing disability, this is about preventing disability. The growing disability now is with young people and screen time. And that's absolutely will develop into great problems with walking and seeing disabilities. And this is a crisis that's in our community, and I've worked together with the optometrists and young people to develop this particular concept about disability, which is totally different. And it's been transposed into actual physical objects, to like jigsaws and games. And we've also worked with the Parks Victoria to develop walks and to work with the other side of people with dementia. This is another whole disability aspect that's different from physical. And these are things that develop quietly behind the scenes without a great deal of fanfare. And groups have taken part in that and helping that area of dementia and loneliness. The biggest crisis in the world, health crisis, is loneliness. We can have whatever policies we like, and we've heard some great ideas, but the greatest crisis affecting everybody is loneliness, and that is a massive disability for young people and for older people like myself. I'm working flat out with that, yes, I can wait, most days of the week on working out with loneliness and engaging the community in and out of this area in those aspects. It's something a bit different and maybe it hasn't been given enough thought to, but it really is affecting it. As I said, the crisis is with young people and screen time. Thank you.
Is there anyone else that wanted to respond to the question from the Mount Alexander Shire Disability Advocacy Group? Yep, Kerrie, thanks.
Is this working? Oh, good. I think Max raised some really good points, and that is, as a council can look at what is known and visible and the problems today with infrastructure and direct support. But I agree, it's another thing altogether to consider what is perhaps not so visible. Emerging issues with mental health is a big one. So I think council plays a big part in awareness for those things as well. There's a lot we could do for loneliness, dementia. There's plenty of studies on, particularly overseas, they seem to be more advanced than us in a lot of ways, on ways that we could identify triggers for dementia and mental health and knock it on the head before it becomes a thing. So I'd like to see council become a little bit more proactive with those issues.